8:20 here on AM 1460, the new WXBR. You are listening to the Metro South Morning Show, PM in the AM. Peter Czymbor and Mike Paiva here with you on this Friday morning. Sometimes sauntering into the studio is familiar faces, and today is one of those days. Joining us right now in studio is a man who longtime listeners of the AM 1460 frequency may know from his work on the booth, on the Mark program, and plenty of other places as well. He is currently the fundraising coordinator and webmaster for the Brockton Junior Boxers program. We welcome in the Sinista1, Keith Hayes. Keith, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brockton. And hey, don't forget, Crashing Into the Big Field, which you were actually on with us.
Crashing Into the Big Field, the old Saturday afternoon extravaganza. We had some fun on Saturday afternoons back in the day.
Yeah, that was good early Saturday morning fun.
Good early Saturday morning
We did
fun.
have an office chair race one weekend.
And we put that on YouTube, as I recall.
Yes.
Wow, I forgot about that.
The office chair race, the tournament of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. There was a few interesting threads throughout the duration of that program. Nevertheless, you're in town, or you're in the studio today talking about, I should say, like he's in town, like he's not in town regularly. He's in studio.
On tour.
He's on tour. He's hitting up all the radio stations across the country. You're in studio today discussing the Brockton Junior Boxers and your role as fundraising coordinator, as it's come to the attention of plenty of people that the Brockton Junior Boxers cheerleading program, some of these young cheerleaders have the opportunity to potentially compete in some national and regional competitions if the funds are raised in order to send them there. Am I correct?
Correct, yes. That's what's going on. Our B squad cheerleaders have pretty much kind of run the table. They took home second place at the regionals in Springfield about 2 weeks ago, and that secured their spot to go to Walt Disney, Florida in December to compete on the National Forum for Pop Warner National Championships, which is big. This is huge for our girls. We have a squad of 11 girls who are about to have a chance of a lifetime to compete at a level that's going to be focused on by ESPN, all the national cheerleading, programs and media outlets. So this is a good look for them. But the problem is like you see every year when these teams have to go to Florida, they have to last minute fundraise to get their kids to Florida. For these girls, it's going to be close to about $20,000 that they need to come up with.
Wow.
But the problem is a lot of businesses are not donating or soliciting, allowing to solicit funds like they used to. Like, usually everybody would go to Dunkin' Donuts because Dunkin' Donuts would be the first ones to step up and help out and send a Pop Warner team to Florida. But now most of your chains and stuff, they're turning into these community foundations where they're picking different organizations and putting it into one pot, and then they're picking and choosing which places that they want. So, we've gotten denial letters from Dunkin' Donuts in a couple of places because they've changed their format of the way they donate. Shaw's was one of the ones that used to do it. Shaw's is no longer doing it. So Shaw's is actually allowing us to can this Saturday from 8 to 4 at the East Side Brockton location. So if anybody can come down, that's one of the first things we're doing the fundraisers, get people down to Shaw's East Side, 8 to 4. And the girls will be there. They'll perform a little bit, and we'd like to see some people come down. So that's the first of one of our fundraisers.
So you partially answered my follow-up question just there. Where are you guys going to be outside of the East Side Shaw's, as you just mentioned, and how can people contribute into the raising of these funds to send these girls to Florida?
Oh, there's a whole slew of ways that we have set up, and I'm involved with getting these girls to Florida and trying to do my best. And it's very hard, as Mr. Noonan said before. It's hard to get businesses and people to open up their pockets. One of the other things that we have going on is this Tuesday night, and I got to thank Joe Angelo, local business owner, because I did go door to door. I visited Petty's Market. I visited Cape Cod Cafe. I visited George's. I visited a ton of places personally myself. Joe Angelo has stepped up, and he's allowing us to use his facility for nothing on Tuesday night to hold a spaghetti dinner, which begins at 8 o'clock. It's $25, all you can eat. Our festivities begin I believe we're going to open doors about 7:30, so you can come down. And all of the money raised, everything that's raised, goes to the cheerleaders getting to Florida. Every penny goes to the cheerleaders getting to Florida. On our website, BrocktonJuniorBoxers.org, there is a picture of our girls from the cheerleading competition. There's a thermometer down below. Excuse me. And that thermometer, you can see it raise every day. Every day I go in and I update that thermometer so you can see it. This Saturday, I would have loved to have been part of the big wheel race, but unfortunately, we've got things going on for Saturday. We do have a fundraiser going on outside of Marion Tuxedo. Our parents are setting up a table. There'll be hot chocolate. and there'll be a bake sale going on to raise funds for the girls to go to Florida. So if you're near Marion Tuxedo, and you guys, I believe, are going to be right outside there, helping out and doing your events there, you want to come down there and buy some baked goods and grab some hot chocolate on behalf of these girls. And
can the cheerleaders lead the cheers when me and Mike are racing on the big wheels?
You know what? That would be awesome if they're there. That'd be great.
Not a bad idea.
I'm just saying, they already are adept at leading cheers. Why not cheer us?
That would be kind of awesome.
I think we can make this happen.
Let's say do an AM and the PM cheer.
Yeah.
PM in the AM.
Or PM in the AM.
There you go.
Either way.
It was a little dyslexic there, but we get the gist of it. Let's say folks can't come out this weekend, whether it be to the Eastside Shaws or to the Santa Hat Challenge on Sunday or to the Spaghetti Supper Tuesday night. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, actually, one more event.
Sure.
Sticks and Stones, December 6th. That's the big one. The Sticks and Stones event at December 6th is the send-off event. That's $15 at the door. You can buy your tickets now for $10 on our website. But this is the send-off event. Sticks and Stones.
Is that Abington or Whitman?
Whitman. Okay. Whitman line, right across from Walmart. The girls are leaving December 9th for Florida if they raise this money. So if this money is all raised, we'll be having this send-off. To be honest, even if the money isn't raised yet, that's going to be our last push to get money for these girls is December 6th at Sticks and Stones. But outside of this, you can go to BrocktonJuniorBoxers.org and you can just click donate and it takes you right to secured PayPal website and you can make a donation of any amount. And what you do is that if you make a donation of increments of $50, it also enters you for a chance to win a pair of tickets to 2 different Celtics games, VIP, luxury box, all your food and drinks. All you have to do is tip your waitress, tip your server. But these are not just any game. The first game that you can take your chance with is the Brooklyn Nets, which is huge because you're getting to see the return of Paul Pierce.
That is big.
And Kevin Garnett. The second game, LA Clippers. These are the guys that pretty much went to the end of the season as one of the echelon teams.
Like 10 years ago, that would have been a joke of a game. But at this point, it's a big game.
Exactly. That's a big game to see the LA Clippers come here. So if you donate, $50, you get a raffle ticket. And we want everybody to come through. My thing is that I've started hashtag Brockton supports BJB's cheer. And I just keep telling everybody to send that, trend that, put it everywhere. And I'm just hoping more businesses and politicians step up. We've had a couple of politicians donate some money. I appreciate them. Ward 7, Raymond Hengenson, he donated some money to the junior boxers. Actually, Mayor Belzotti, at the time, she had donated $100 to the junior boxers. So we love everybody who is stepping up and helping out all over the internet.
In the past as well, I was happy enough to work with you guys as well in the past couple of years.
Oh, yes.
Brockton Junior Boxers. If any parents listening and they want to get their kids involved in this maybe next season, how do they do so?
Actually, still, once again, BrocktonJuniorBoxers.org. To be honest, if you want to get your kid involved in football next season or cheerleading, it's registration at BrocktonJuniorBoxers.org. And what you'll get is an automated email that I've created that will send you all of the information regarding next season. I'll tell you right now, if you send it for this season, it's going to be all of this season's information because we don't update that registration information until we have our first board meeting with all of our new guidelines for registration. So that will usually be around February. That letter will update. But if you want to get in on the mailing list or the text messaging list, definitely send it now because I'm the webmaster. I'll see your email come through. Just say you heard me on WXBR. And it's a great program. We started our flag league this year. Our children start at 5 years old in the flag league. Absolutely no contact with the flag kids. It's strictly flag. These kids are real small, but they do learn football at an early age. And like I said, one of the things is I've got to commend J.P. McKernan, who is the president of the Brockton Midget Football League, because for years there was this strained relationship between Brockton Midget Football, and I don't know why it was the way it was. But JP has done a great job working together with myself and President Charlie Williams, where we worked together and we were able to enjoy a lot of events. And we are now talking about doing some fundraisers together to raise money because there's a ton of kids in this city and they can benefit from both organizations. And to be honest, like I told JP, we talked.
JP was my football coach.
Yeah, we talked, and one of the things we said is that, we hated the way that this was years ago with the first batch of people that were here. Our ultimate goal is to make Brockton High the best team out there possible. And right now, we had 11. Brockton Junior Bucks had 11 kids on that squad, that Brockton High squad, that were starters last year that make a difference. And Colombo knows it. He's come down and he's hit us up with open arms too. So it's nice to see the City League and the Brockton Junior Boxers working together to better our Brockton High program, because overall we just won a Super Bowl here in Brockton. Like I said, we need this. We need these girls to go to Florida, because I'm tired of seeing Fox 25 and Channel 7 here for all the bad news. I want to see them here for good news. And like Freddie Noonan said earlier, this city's a good city. Let's keep things going. Let's keep the positive vibes going. Let's keep the positive stories going.
Well, we will put that designated hashtag you have for this campaign, along with information in relation to this fundraising campaign, on our Twitter and Facebook pages a little later on this morning. Keith, we want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are up against news, but real quick, Keith jarred some memories. Two of my favorite memories in Keith history on WXBR. One was the look on Keith's face when he walked up the stairs when we had Kevin Nash in studio.
That's right, yeah.
Awesome.
The other is when I had the opportunity to tell Vita Guerra that I, a 20-something white male, was inspired to buy a copy of Black Men's Magazine because of her. You're listening to the Metro South Morning Show, PM in the AM. Stick with us here. We'll be back after local news.